Hello, Explorers!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our wonderful Disney show where we miss everything Disney.
We're having a Disney moment.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, it's not a book.
So now we know that that's what he does on... That's what he does in the parks, is he sniffs his armpits occasionally, I guess, apparently.
Yes. Do you want to say hello to who's here, Greg? Because I see we have some people.
Hello to who's here. Oh, you mean on here? Okay. I'm just playing. So we have Kelly Haston. We have Rachel Myers.
I know she put such a long name. Myers and the Mouse, biggest fan.
We have Jeffrey Resendez, Captain Akron 27, Fisher Fun Ventures, Josh Odom, It's Joey's World, Wanda Chiquita Banana Byram, can't even say it right now, Big Noah Mountain 5, the DePhilly Crew, and that's who we have right now. So welcome to the show.
We got a mix of Disney channels as well as cruising channels.
I think I saw some new people in there that I haven't seen before.
I don't think I haven't seen any of
It's
that.
Joey's World?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen them before.
He's been in there before.
Oh.
So
welcome
Thank
everybody.
you guys. Thank you for joining us. Just a few things that are going on tonight.
Pepper Tree Villa, welcome.
Welcome. We do have some guests that are coming on. We're going to introduce them in a little bit, but we just kind of wanted to talk for a little bit so we weren't feeling that we're ignoring them. So they are waiting in the wings. We also are going to have, we have Jim from More Sunshine Please. We have Ben from Pepper Tree Villa.
And Charlie from Dizney Nerd Herders will be on. And Stacy's welcome too if she wants.
Yep, they're just finishing up their show.
Yeah, so they'll be on as soon as they can. Dana White, welcome.
Welcome. So a few things that are going on. As we know, before our show, the Dizney Nerd Herders go live. After our show, we have two different channels for you guys to watch. We have Dis and That, which come on at 9 o'clock for the Disney fans, and there's 4 different channels that belong to Dis and That. Then there's also the Ship Show.
Disney World Freak, welcome.
Welcome, Carlos. So the Ship Show, we are actually going to be on that tonight after this show.
Candy Mom 15, welcome.
So a little bit about them. There's 2 people. There's York, and there's also John. And they're going to have a lot of different YouTubers from the cruising side on there. So they're only going to be on for about 10 minutes. Our show time is 10:40 Eastern time.
Laura B, welcome.
So 7:40 for us on the West Coast. So about every 10 minutes, they are going to have a different channel coming in. It's called the O'Malley's Bar, so a pub. So it's going to be kind of just a hangout for if you're not familiar with some cruising channels. There's a great chance for you guys to just jump on and find out what the cruising community is all about.
Mouse
like
Talk,
I said,
welcome.
We will be on that show tonight. So hopefully you guys will get a chance to check them out. So thank you everyone for joining us. And Greg, any real quick news? Do you want to bring our guests on?
No, I just want to start the party and then we'll do the news and everything because they've been waiting for a while. So, whoops, what happened?
You're putting, there we go. Here we go.
There we go.
Welcome, guys.
Oh, Charlie, we said if Stacy wanted to be there too, she was more than welcome if she wants to come on the show too.
I think she was relieved to go upstairs. Actually, so.
Oh, okay.
We'll let her off.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Get the party started.
Hi, Jim.
I'm using one of my
Hello, Charlie.
I got to be careful. I don't eat my water rations.
Aye. Hey, Jamie B, welcome. Jeffrey Resendez, I think I said hi. Welcome again.
So all of us 5 are here that are on here. We are
the 5 foolish mortals.
I thought Charlie made that noise, but it must have been Jim.
Yep.
So as we go around the horn, let's introduce you guys. Jim, sanitize for your protection. A little bit about your channel.
Hi, I'm Jim. My channel is More Sunshine Please. I focus on woodworking and I'm kidding. It's Disney.
I was expecting more.
Oh. I know. I didn't have anything prepared. Sorry.
They're all over the place.
All right. Let's go down to Ben. A little bit about your channel and what you do.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm part of a trio that does Pepper Tree Villa. Monday nights we're live on PTV Live, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Thursday mornings at 7 Pacific, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern. I release my weekly vlog, Life with Ben. And then my brother Arnie does a daily dose of Disney right around 6 p.m. East Coast time every day during the week. That's in a nutshell.
You guys are definitely very busy, very active.
All the time.
And last but not least, we have Charlie from Dizney Nerd Herders.
Hi guys, I'm Charlie from Dizney Nerd Herders. We do Disney stuff as well as local stuff around Massachusetts. Yeah, we have a show on Wednesday nights right before D&G Explorers at 7 o'clock for our Not Quite Ready for Prime Time live stream, where we usually have guests and fun Disney topics as well as other Disney topics. We also cover autism awareness as well as cancer awareness and music and stuff that Sophie likes to do, theater and whatnot. And yeah, can't wait. Our next trip is in August, and we're excited to go down for our next Disney trip.
We're excited for you guys. So you were talking about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and we're excited for you guys to experience that too. We have Stacy. Stacy's here. Welcome. And we got Donna Jaworski. Welcome.
Ben, I'm going to put this on you. Walt was asking about your Lego Main Street station.
Yeah, I just responded to him in the chat stream. I got this set on Black Friday. It was out of stock at the time, but I locked in the price. It was a 30% off sale on Black Friday on lego.com. So I took full advantage of it, bought myself a Christmas present, which I still have yet to put together.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Welcome, Alana Zangano.
Yes. Speaking of Alana, she's working on a project that we were a part of. And
oh, boy.
You are getting a chance to see Little Explorer and Big Explorer sing. So that could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing.
Make sure you get your earplugs while supplies.
I'm scared. I'm very scared.
Yeah. So we did a rave version of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. A rave.
Wow. I can't even imagine how that would be like with glow sticks and stuff. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
So we won't spoil the fun.
Josh Odom, welcome.
Of what it is, but there is a song that Alana asked us to sing. She's working on it, and so I think I just read in there. So
we really didn't give it our all. We just
whatever.
We just kind of had fun with it.
We were happy. That was only our second take that we did on it. So for the second take, I think it was really good.
If I was really going to belt it out, I'd probably break the windows or something.
Ben,
question, Ben.
Yeah. Could I say one last thing? Cynthia's made reference in a couple of chat items in here about a contest that we're running on our channel, and it's going to be coming to an end this weekend. And that is, if you watched a video of me, Arnie, and Doug having breakfast at Nations, it was my vlog from 2 weeks ago. Anyone that came up with the most clever comment on the video would be eligible, or as we deem the most clever, would win a piece of Pet Retrieval swag of their selection, compliments of Cynthia, Candy Mom 15. So we will be announcing that on this weekend.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Welcome, Papa Mozo.
If so,
the Philly crew.
Alana, if you want to put your channel link in there, since you are a mod, if you can put your channel link in there, that way if people haven't subscribed to your channel, if they can put that in there, so that way they can subscribe to you, so they can check out us singing. So it could be fun, it could be scary, but it's now official. We've done it. But
so we're going to talk about what we miss at Disney.
You're welcome, Papa Mozo.
I just did, yes.
Thank you. Perfect. Yes. So as you know, everything is closed down. I think there was an announcement that was it April 19th? Universal Studios.
Hi, Mom. Welcome to the show.
Has announced they are extending their closure. I'm expecting Disney to do the same thing. I don't think they'll open up any sooner. So Disneyland is in, I see you tilt your head, so I'm not sure why. But we were thinking, what do we miss
I
about?
didn't know what Mom was saying. I think she might be texting or something, and it came out wrong. But, okay.
Oh yeah, she might be. So we wanted to go through a list of different things that we miss with Disney, and we are excited for them to come back. Papa Moza, we are located in Central California, a little bit north of Fresno. So a little bit cold right now. We've been having rain, yay, for the last few days, but we're in Central California.
Supposed to have more rain too next Sunday.
Yeah. All right, so
our friends up north had hail that looked like snow. I mean, they had so much hail coming down today, and I just thought that was awesome. I wish it was over here.
It didn't rain here in Oakland. So sorry, guys.
that's all right. So we're relating it to, since we're on the West Coast, we're relating
Raphael.
what we miss to the parks. We're associating it with Disneyland, not so much Disney World. We figured we have Charlie and Jim, which are more experienced and get a chance to frequent those parks more than they do Disneyland. So our side is going to be Disneyland. Ben, I'm assuming it's going to be Disneyland for you too. So it could be a certain park, it could be the resorts, however you guys want to do it. But let's start with Jim at the top. Jim, doesn't have to be in any specific order, but what are one of the things that you are most looking forward to when it gets back?
Well, certainly we're creating these lists because Disney World or Disneyland, they offer things we can't get anywhere else. So the first thing on my list, and one of my favorite things, is hopping over to Sunshine Tree Terrace and picking up a citrus swirl. You cannot get a citrus swirl anywhere but in the Magic Kingdom that I know of. I don't think I'm wrong about that. It's not like the Dole Whip. You can get a Dole Whip at the grocery store or order the Dole mix on Amazon. But the citrus swirl is something special, and you can only get it in Adventureland at the Magic Kingdom. So that's number one. I can't wait to do that again.
I know you love that. That's interesting because a lot of people prefer the Dole Whip over the citrus.
I don't understand that. I do not understand that.
Well, we don't have the citrus swirl in Disneyland that I know of anywhere, so you guys have one-upped us on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe someday we'll get it. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, it is, I think, created for Florida. But so I think they're going to probably keep it in Florida if I had to guess. But it's not that I don't like the Dole Whip. It's just not as flavorful to me. I don't understand the mania around the Dole Whip. But the citrus swirl, it's so tart and yet sweet, and it's just perfect.
Hey, Mike. Welcome.
Mike, happy birthday. It's
happy birthday.
Best friend Mike Woodbury. You might have seen him on some of our vlogs.
Nautical Nurse Nancy, welcome.
Welcome. It is his birthday, so happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday. I'll be singing happy birthday to you twice the next time I wash my hands.
God.
Derick, did I miss you saying hi to Wanda?
Wanda, you did. Wanda, Bonita, Chiquita, Banyo. I was going to say.
Wanda, Chiquita, Banana, Bonita, Banyo.
Yes. And they were saying that I say it so
Banyo?
well. I just said Banyo, which is bathroom.
You're calling her a bathroom now? What is with you in bathrooms?
Derick in his potty mouth.
Exactly.
I'm a saint.
Yeah, right.
Yes. All right.
With horns.
Speaking of potty mouth, let's go down to Ben. And
Whoa!
Come on.
Yes, Ben is the one that sends you slap emoji things on or gifs on the text when you have the potty mouth. So,
Ben, what are one of the things you are
Spiker's Crazy Adventures? Welcome.
Missing and looking forward to seeing again?
Probably my favorite attraction. It's a Small World. I'm a
Are you
big.
serious?
I'm serious. I love that attraction.
I didn't know if you were joking. For a
We were
moment.
waiting.
No, seriously. I love that attraction. It was developed for the World's Fair in 1964 in New York. It came to Disneyland in 1966, and it always makes me smile.
Welcome, Griswold Family Vacay. I like it too. I mean, it doesn't drive me insane or anything like people say the music does.
I would say the Disneyland version is a better experience than the one at Walt Disney World and Magic Kingdom. Just what you go into, how it's a separate building, very let down, and how it looks in Magic Kingdom. But I really like it in Disneyland, so I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I've never experienced the one in Disneyland, but it looks a lot better than the one in Florida, which pretty much looks almost like an afterthought, where it looks like a warehouse or something. It's I don't like the outside of It's a Small World in Florida. It just looks so much better. Obviously, once you get inside the queue, then I kind of think they try to make up for it, kind of make it look more like the California one from the outside. The one from California. Now, does the California Small World go outside at all?
It does. It loads on the outside.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then you go inside the building, underneath the train tracks, into the show building.
And then they have like a Christmas do-over, right? With all the...
There's a holiday layover. They close the attraction down in late October or early November, depending on the year. And they do it up well with about 250,000 lights.
And then their clock is active. They have wooden characters from different countries come out of the clock. Is that every 30 minutes or
every 15?
15. So
the clock does open, right? It does open every 15, I think.
Yep. But there are dolls that come out of the little doors underneath the clock and dance around and go back into the clock building.
Awesome. It's a good choice.
It's definitely an attraction in itself compared to Walt Disney World. But I do love It's a Small World, and I do miss it.
Good. Charlie, what is on your list?
The first thing I have on my list of what I miss most is going to Epcot, right? It's just hanging around World Showcase and just taking in the sun, listening to the music, and just people watching and sitting next to the ducks. I don't know if you guys know, there's a lot of banks near the water where the ducks hang out and you can feed them popcorn or whatnot. That's one of my favorites to do in regards to Epcot and World Showcase. It's just totally relaxing, totally immersive, and the music makes the park. I love music makes World Showcase to me. Usually each pavilion has a different type of music to it, and the music triggers a pavilion to me. Like I know when I'm in Canada, I know when I'm in Morocco, I know when I'm in Germany. It's very relaxing to me, and that's probably what I'm missing the most about. You know, most people think probably that you miss the rides or whatnot. To me, it's the atmosphere. I guess I'm getting old. I like the atmosphere of just being able to chill and be in a zone where you just you're in that zone where you're like, oh, this is awesome, you know. And that's what I like. That's what I'm missing about Epcot right now.
It's cool because you really do get a chance to experience get a flavor of each of those countries.
Thank you, Candy Mom 15.
From the cast members that are from those countries, to even getting some of the food and snacks from those countries. So it is a unique experience, which is why I like Epcot from the Disney World parks. That's my favorite Epcot over there.
I'm curious with Jim, you living down there, do you still make like an effort to try to just sit in Epcot and take in the atmosphere, or is that something like an afterthought now? Are you like trying to get into the park and out before, like, you know, within a certain time frame, or are you just...
It's nothing that we try to do specifically, but when we stop for a bite to eat, say with Annabelle, and lately it had been the Germany Pavilion, sitting by the fountain in the Germany Pavilion, and then just having a relaxing bite to eat there in that courtyard, watching people, and like you said, enjoying the sounds. There we did experience what you're talking about, but not specifically just to sit and relax. We're always go when we go there, but except for stopping for a bite to eat. If it wasn't Germany, it was in the African outpost area. So either place is good. You can't go wrong anywhere in World Showcase, really.
So basically, I have to basically write it on our itinerary to make sure that we slow down and take in the moments, or else it's just, you know, itinerary one thing after another. Where you're trying to get this thing. So we only, you know, we're down there for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and just got to remember that's part of our favorite thing is chillaxing. You know, that's part of our favorite things, and we forget to do it sometimes. And I think those moments when you make the little moments with the kids and having them laugh or do the unusual things, that's the part that you remember when you come home. You know, it's like those are the things that's better than a ride to me. Anyway.
Yeah, when you're on vacation, you feel like you got to get it all in because you've got a limited time there. So I understand that.
Welcome, Alyssa Stenberg.
Yep. I know you had mentioned it, but I don't know if you said it loud enough. But Mike Wheeler and Kay Atwood, I think we already said hello. But if
Jamie
not,
B.
Jamie B. So welcome. Greg, what is one of the things that you are missing?
Well, it's definitely not the bathrooms.
I actually have that on my list, but there's a reason.
He has a grading of bathrooms that are like the nicest and cleanest and all that
My
kind of
cheeks
stuff.
are going to touch the seats.
There's
bathrooms all
Oh my god.
Not that I don't use a seat cover, but anyway, I digress. Greg.
Derek,
Wow.
Derek, when we're done, I'm sending you something via text.
Hi, Pam.
Excuse me. I would probably say just in general the ambience, the sounds, the smells, the sights when you walk in to the gate and you see the train pulling up and you hear it, the bell going, and
You looking at my list?
no, and you hear it. What the heck?
I don't know. Cat's wigging out.
And you hear it like the train conductor talking, announcing that the train's coming in, and you just smell the wafting popcorn and candy and the scents and just people watching and seeing what kind of things people are wearing, like Disney ears or Disney clothes, or even the kids with full-on Disney outfits and stuff. It's just really cool to see that. I mean, I like the rides and everything, but I like to just take everything in as well as I'm walking under the bridge and you see the plaque and you read it and then you know that you're out of your normal world. What?
That's exactly.
Must be nice to have a working train, though, huh?
Are you?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Are you serious? I didn't look at your notes, but it's just so two great minds think alike. Then,
Well, when you go into California Adventures, which if you guys have never been to Disneyland Resort, the two parks are literally, what has it been, like 300 yards across from each other, 100 yards? It's not
About 100 yards.
So the two parks face each other. Going into California Adventure is a uniquely different experience than walking into Disney.
yeah, I don't get the same feeling going into California
I
that I
don't.
do when I go into Disney. When you go to Disneyland, you feel like you're home, like your second home away
Yep.
from home.
So you have to either go to the right or left from, you'll see the train station with the big old Mickey Mouse flowers. You go either left or right, which you would also do at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. And you go through the tunnel and then you go into Town Square and also down into Main Street, USA. Just
I
that
imagine,
feeling.
I imagine that's kind of like the
Mike.
comparable to walking into like Magic Kingdom at Disney World as opposed to walking into like Hollywood Studios at Disney World, right? Two totally different
Just a different feeling.
atmospheres. And,
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And just being there, that moment of there, just walking around. I mean, we've done it because
And hearing the music playing it always seems to be the same song. I think that when we walk in, the same one that we hear in Disneyland Paris, they would play the same here.
there's been times where we might have only gone on one attraction when we've been there, and it's just experiencing the moment of being at Disney and not having to do anything, just go in the shops, get a snack, and just that
And
experience.
we drove 4 hours to get there just to do that, but it was still the experience of it. So
All right, so Jim, what is let's see what some of the people are saying in chat. Mike was saying, trust me, Derek has a rating system for the bathrooms. I will tell you what bathrooms you should go into and what bathrooms you should avoid.
well, there's some that are just too crowded, or they're in awkward areas that it's just narrow entries, or it's just crowded. Like the one in New Orleans Square where we all had the
Jim had the thing explode.
all the powdered sugar with the beignets. You go into that bathroom and it's like a narrow hallway, and it always seems to smell, and it's always crowded, and it's probably one of the worst bathrooms to go to. And I'm serious, it's just not the nicest one.
I thought this topic was things that we miss about the parks.
Yeah, Derick, why are you going into the bathroom?
When we talk about the smells of Disneyland, I miss the smell.
That's not what we want to know.
Oh boy! All right, so, a nice segue.
I digress.
Jim, what is another thing you miss about Disney?
Another thing that I miss is my favorite attraction, and that's the People Mover at the Magic Kingdom. It goes through Tomorrowland. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's the greatest attraction there is. It's not a thrill ride. It's very relaxing. It takes you on a tour through Tomorrowland. It's one of the only attractions where you get to go into other attractions. It's completely shaded, which is wonderful for Florida in August, anytime really. But I miss that. I miss just being able to hop on there, even though the lines lately have been longer than usual. The longest of lines, you are on that attraction in 20 minutes, if not sooner. Yeah. So it's just wonderful. Short wait. It lasts a long time. It's shaded. It's relaxing. You can chat with other people in your party because you face the other people in your car. It's just great, and I miss it. So the second thing on my list would be the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover.
Very cool. Welcome, Bob and Ashley.
That is definitely a favorite from so many people now, where I don't think at one time people were really into it, but now it's like a cult following. So
I guess it could be kind of awkward if you're sitting across from someone that you have no idea who they are, and they just put you with people, and it's just awkward silence the whole time. They don't talk.
They don't do that.
Own car.
Yeah.
No, I usually start talking up a storm, even if I don't know them. I just say, "Is it your first time here?"
They'll
blah,
even
blah, blah.
jump out of the vehicle before it stops because he talks too
Oh
much.
wow, whatever, Derick.
Bob and Ashley, welcome, guys.
I literally just said hello to them.
I wasn't listening to you.
Wow.
They'll hop out of the car and the announcement will come, please stay in your vehicle. And they'll say, no, this guy won't stop talking.
Wow.
All right, Ben, what is another thing you like or miss?
Before I go into this, I'd like to give a shout out to my brother Ron, who's watching in stealth mode. He never participates in the stream, but Ron, hi.
Hey, Ron.
He's actually watching on his brand new iPad that he got.
Oh, wow.
So welcome, Ron. There's a lot of the foods that I go to when I'm at Disneyland that I just miss. The popcorn at the hub.
Yes.
There's the grilled cheese and tomato soup at the Jolly Holiday Bakery at the foot of Main Street, or at the end of Main Street. Jim, I'm a big fan of the Dole Whip, so no offense to you, but I do love the Dole Whip.
None taken.
And over at DCA, I would say it's missing right now on the menu at the Wharf Cafe, but I do like their vegetarian chili whenever they have it. But I like it mainly in a bread bowl because their bread bowls are amazing. It's Bodine sourdough. If you've ever had Bodine sourdough in California, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But just a lot of the food choices that you can get at those two parks, I'm missing.
I kind of wish the bread bowls were a little smaller because I end up not eating all the bread. Like, I just can't eat all that bread, but I like the inside of the bread where it's all wet and gooey from the soup and everything.
You're not trying hard enough. Those bowls are really easy to finish.
It's just a lot of bread.
All right, Charlie, what is another thing that you miss?
Yeah, I was just watching Stacy's comments in the thing. Yeah, it's one of our favorite things to do on the People Mover is getting to see how many people we can get to wave back at us when we're on the. I think we got 27 at one point.
Wow.
But it's fun because some people just are like, yeah, whatever, and then some people are like, yeah, and then some people are high fiving you, and it's like, oh, it's funny. But I think the next thing that I'm going to say that I missed, feeding off of Ben is snacks. I love my slushies at the parks. We're usually there in July or August, and I absolutely love slushies. It's one of my things. I search out all the slushy places, and some slushies have different consistencies than others. I like the ones that you can drink the whole thing without it turning to a chunk of ice at the bottom. Some of them you can drink all the liquid out, and then you have like a thing of ice, snow at the. That's I don't really like those types. They're fine when you're drinking them, but then they turn to ice, and it's not very good. So I like the ones that are more like ices, that they stay. They stay a true slushy the entire time that you're drinking it. That makes
So they freeze your brain from the beginning to the end?
That's right. That's right. You have it's flavor from the beginning to the end, and but I also included other snacks like popcorn and turkey legs. Even though I don't do the turkey legs too often, but once in a while I do get in the urge to have a turkey leg because I don't know, maybe I'm looking, it tastes like bacon to me. So I like the turkey legs, even though they have shards of cartilage throughout them now. I don't know why, but shards of cartilage, right. They used to be better back in the 80s, but now I don't know if they're feeding the turkeys wrong or they're having them run laps or more, but they're getting shin splints. I don't know. But I do like the meat, but I don't like all the cartilage that's through the meat nowadays. And,
I heard that they're actually not even turkey legs, that they're emus, and I don't know how true that is.
Emus would have to be like a lot bigger than.
There's like 800 billion turkeys in the world, and there's like 4 emus. Why would Disney get emus?
I heard.
Oh, and my Cheshire cat tails.
They wouldn't be able to call them turkey legs if they were emus.
That's right.
We got this big old emu leg. Here you go.
Yeah, we tried our Cheshire cat tails for the first time last time off of Jim did the taste testing for us. He did the review of the Cheshire cat tails, and we actually tried them last time. Those things were awesome.
Not bad.
We're very excited about it. I didn't like the slushy at that place because they use paper straws and then they stick sugar all over the paper straws, it's like you're trying to. It's almost like your straw is like rock candy, so it's not pleasant when you're trying to suck through the straw, and plus the paper deteriorates. So it was a fail on multiple levels. But we did like the Cheshire cat tails. And, of course, ice cream. Sophie loves the ice cream.
I don't know what
Snacks. I miss the snacks. That's what I'm trying to say. I miss the snacks.
I don't remember when I last actually had a true slushie. I guess
You had
Sonic Burger counts as slushies, I guess. But
wouldn't the green milk?
no,
blue
that's
milk?
not a slushie.
To me, it's a
Yeah, I
slush.
wouldn't say it's a
like
slush.
Little slushy-ish.
What's like icy-ish, more like
It's
chopped granulated ice.
It's like a slimy.
The key with the slushies, though, don't be afraid to mix them. You can always ask them, say, "Oh, I want some green, I want some yellow, I want some red," and they'll mix them for you. And it's
I'm sure your tongue loves the colors that you put on it after a while.
I do. You'll be surprised what mixes. Jim was surprised. He had pepper and grape the other day, and he loved it.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised.
No.
You can be surprised how many different colors of slushy that actually go awesome together.
It's like Ratatouille.
That's right. Back to the studio.
For me, I would probably say trying new things because they're always coming out with new snacks. Being that we're talking about snacks, I'll just stay on that subject. But they always have like holiday limited edition type things when we go to the Jolly Holiday. They usually have like a special pastry or baked good that they made just for a certain time, like during Christmas or Halloween, or they'll just come out with something to see how people like it or if they buy it. So I like that kind of stuff, just to try new things, not always the same stuff all the time. And then, of course, I have to have my popcorn. And every time I go there, I always say I'm going to get my Wetzel pretzel because I love Wetzel's pretzels. And I know it's downtown Disney, but I don't always get it, even though I say I'm going to. For some reason, I just don't get it. I don't know why.
Probably because you get bad.
Wetzel pretzel.
Huh?
What's a Wetzel pretzel?
Wetzel pretzel
They're
is
disgusting.
No, it's the best pretzel in my opinion. He likes Auntie Anne's pretzels. I think they're like hard as a rock, and I think Wetzel's pretzels are nice. They're moist, fluffy.
Moist.
I don't like that word,
Moist.
but and they're very flexible. They're like very doughy and bready, so I like them.
They're a pretzel chain over here in
And you
West
guys,
Coast.
yeah, when you go to Florida, they should have Wetzel's pretzels there somewhere. And
I think
Disney
they have them
Springs.
in Disney Springs. I thought,
Mhm.
yeah, they did because we made a comment on when we went there.
Yeah.
Sticking along with that line, the-
Oh, God. It had to be Doug that put that. Hashtag noise.
Ben, I'm not sure if you've tried these, but over at the Mexican restaurant in Frontierland, the Rancho del Zocalo Restaurante,
Zocalo.
What?
that too, and they have
Zocalo.
cinnamon crisps.
Oh.
They are really light and cinnamon. Is that a word? Cinnamony?
It is now.
It is now.
Cinnamony. Go with it.
But they are a good, refreshing
That was
snack.
Arnie.
It's almost like an airy churro is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it looked like.
There were
It's kind of like a buñuelo.
A what?
What'd you say? Fried dough. It's a Hispanic thing.
yes, or a chicharroni, but it's a
Chicharrones are actually pigs.
it is, but that texture kind of thing like that. It reminds me of how it like fluffs up. It's kind of like
But yeah, I do like the cinnamon crisps there.
those are good. And then
Are they
You
in
can't-
a triangle shape? I don't know what they look
No, they're
like.
kind of. I can't hear it, to be honest. I can't remember. I just remember how much I love them when we go. We get them in by the bag.
Oh, yeah. They look like chips.
I think so.
They are triangle type shapes. Okay. I know what they look like now.
And then you can't go to Disney California Adventures without having lobster nachos from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
No, you cannot. You have to have it.
No, you don't.
Well,
Amazing.
you maybe not.
And that is now at
It's the Pixar Lamp Lounge.
Lamp
was
Light
Ariel.
Lounge.
Yeah, it was Ariel's Grotto.
Yes. And then some of the other things, I love the chimichangas, which they don't have, as far as I know, they don't have in Florida. Another Californian unique item, which is a deep fried burrito. So I will have. I don't have them on every visit,
They
but
have
pretty.
chimichangas there
I love chimichangas.
and corn on a cob.
And then
I never get corn on a cob at Disney.
also a fun drink. It's kind of a hidden menu drink. It's called the Fun Wheel, and you get it served in a hurricane. It is alcoholic. It's served in a hurricane glass
At the Lamplight Lounge,
and it has
exclusively.
multiple different colors in it, like yellow, blue, and I think red might be the three colors of it. But the Mickey's Fun Wheel is
That would be like the Pixar ball.
yes. Well, it used to be like the big wheel. That's what it was named after.
Yeah.
So it's always cool to get one. I think we've had 2 or 3 of them that we've gone there and had them. So speaking of the snacks at Disney, those are the ones that I don't get every time, but those are my main go-tos when we go to the park.
Jim tried the lobster nachos, didn't you, when we went to the... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. You don't... Well, it's not meat, but I forgot you don't eat that. Okay. It's not meat.
All right. Let's look at some of them. The elote corn on the cob at the Cozy Inn in Carsland.
So I just don't understand corn on a cob, though. Why would... I mean, I don't know. Do they put seasoning on it or
They
anything?
do. That's what the elote is. It's kind of a spicy.
We
powder
do
on
like
it.
the Cars Land. They had like the special, like you tried the black macaroni and cheese or whatever during
In a cone.
Halloween time, and then the Abominable Snowman icy thing, that's pretty good with the yellow and the blue in California Adventures.
You eat the snow where the Bigfoot.
Yeah. And we really like the cheesy garlic twist or the chocolate or strawberry twist at Maurice's wagon or whatever that thing's called by the Prince and Princess area in Disneyland.
So the main thing is there's so many unique treats at Disneyland, which I think, Jim, you made a comment when you went there. You were surprised how many different food options they had than Walt Disney World.
Are we not doing a Spotlight channel today?
We are.
Well, we are overdue.
We'll go around one more round, and then we'll go through that. So, Jim, all right, you are up next for number 3.
All right. I got to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway one time before the parks closed, and there's so much in that ride. It's sensory overload. It really is. I recorded it, so I have the luxury of watching the video to see everything that I missed, but I desperately want to ride it again just to try to catch it's all around you. So there's so much in the ride. There's so many hidden Mickeys and Easter eggs that I know I missed. There's one thing in particular I knew was in the ride, but I wasn't sure exactly where it was. So I was keeping my eye out for it, and I couldn't find it. I didn't see it. Until I watched my video afterwards. So I can't wait to once again ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It really is a fantastic new attraction.
Jim, do you know if that's a high capacity ride where the line goes really fast?
I believe it does. When my one and only time on the ride, I was in the standby line because I couldn't get a fast pass. The wait time was 105 minutes, posted 105 minutes. But I was in and out of the attraction in about 40.
Okay, that's a lot.
So yeah, each of the ride vehicles holds a lot of people. So I don't know why such a large discrepancy in the actual wait time and the posted wait time. I was thankful. Don't get me wrong, but when that's functioning, when somebody's hat or sunglasses hasn't fallen out of the car and they have to stop the ride, it moves people in and out of there at a pretty good clip. So it's great in that respect, and it's just a fantastic new Mickey Mouse attraction. So I can't wait to be back on it.
Cool.
Is it all just that one type of animation that looks like Ren and Stimpy, or do they go through different types of animation?
No, it's all of that. But I'll tell you, and I don't hate it. It's not my favorite. I kind of wish it was more of a classic Disney animated style. But once you're on the ride, it becomes secondary. If not, you forget that you don't like that style of animation altogether because the ride is so wonderful. Mm-hmm. And there's so much to see. And like I said, it's sensory overload. They just keep figuratively throwing things at you. And so you're busy. Your mind just stays busy the whole time on the attraction. And you'll realize afterward, I didn't care about the animation style at all. I just really enjoyed that ride. So I think all of you, once you get to finally ride it, will agree. I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me about that. Yeah, I can't wait to ride it again.
We'll probably end up going on that one before the Disneyland one.
Yes. Yeah, we better. All right, Ben, what is another thing?
Welcome, Orlando guys. Sorry.
Yes, welcome. What another thing you miss, Ben?
I actually miss the atmosphere in downtown Disney. Over the past couple of years, I've taken trips to Southern California where we didn't make it a point to go into Disneyland, but we still wanted to catch some of that atmosphere. So we went to downtown Disney and we were shopping and walking around and eating. And it's surprising how fast 6 hours of your life can go by just walking around that place.
Yeah.
And the ability to just get all of your Disney stuff at the World of Disney without actually going into the parks, it's a good option if you don't have the luxury of going into the parks on a specific vacation. But I do miss walking around that area.
I remember we've done that before.
It's shut down, isn't it?
It's what?
Did they shut down all of downtown Disney now?
Oh yeah, everything's shut down.
I know. It might now.
Anything Disney owned is
correct.
shut down.
And they left it up to the other ones, but I think that was announced.
I'm sure they're all
before the stay-at-home by the
yeah,
governor.
because they're not a necessity. I mean, Wetzel's Pretzels isn't owned by Disney, but that's not a necessity, unfortunately. So.
Now,
all right,
vitamins.
Charlie, what do you also miss?
All right, so the next thing on my list of things I miss, in Frontierland in Magic Kingdom, there is this walkway by the water between the Haunted Mansion as you're going down towards Thunder Mountain and the launching place for to go over to Tom Sawyer's Island. There's this little walkway right next to the water that if you're walking down there at sunset, it is one of the best scenes you will ever see in Walt Disney World. Especially if it's in the summertime where it's nice and warm. It's like in August and in July, it's brutally hot during the days, but at nights it's like perfect weather for me. I really like it a lot. It's like you don't feel cold, you don't feel hot, it just feels perfect. And with the lighting at sunset, and you get to look out, you get to look out at the Haunted Mansion to the right, you get to look out at Tom Sawyer's Island straight in front of you, and over on the left you see the mountains. You see Big Thunder Mountain, you see Splash Mountain, and that's one of my favorite walkways. Just we sit there and we put our elbows up on the wood railings and we just stay there for a good 20 minutes or whatever. And we had snacks. We had our bacon sticks and corn dogs and our orange soda, and it was an awesome time. And again, it's not a ride thing. It's more of an chill atmosphere thing, that we just absolutely love. And I am missing that too. I'm missing a lot of things. I'm very sad.
We also had Blaine 2007 come in. Welcome. And the time. So welcome.
He has his bacon on a stick with all the cartilage shards in it and everything.
Exactly.
And
that was the bacon. This was a bacon stick. It's an actual bacon, a strip of bacon. Unfortunately, Avery asked for the first bite, and I gave him the first bite. Unfortunately, the tip was like an inch of chewy fat. Really grossed him out. So I got to eat the rest of it. He didn't want it anymore.
There you go.
But it tastes like bacon. Yeah, it's a big thick piece of strip candied bacon, and it was really good, except for the fatty piece that Avery had. But I mean, Jim, you know that area I'm talking about, right? It's like such a nice area.
Yeah. Yeah, off the main concourse, the main walkway. Yeah, it's
it's the one right near the water. It's perfect.
So I guess it's time for the Spotlight Channel.
Spotlight Channel.
So at this time, you guys, if you are a creator,
please put creator.
As
check each other's channels out.
We like to support other channels. So if you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe to us and all these other great channels that are on with us today, as well as those that are in the chat. Again, real quick, at the top of the hour, the ship show, we are going to be on that show eventually. They start at 9 o'clock Eastern. We are going to be on at 10:40 Eastern for about 10 minutes. Give a little bit of a dilly in there, but great chance for you guys to join them. They have a really good production show.
Dilly. I'm not having a dilly.
But they're a really fun channel to be a part of if you guys never watched them. So definitely check their channel out. For our Spotlight channel, we're going to throw it to, I try to find his channel name in there and I couldn't find it, but it is our best friend, longtime best friend. I've known Mike for, oh my gosh, since 1994, I believe. But Mike Woodbury. So it is a Super Explorer. We are giving it to a non-creator today. We've done that before with Danny McGlone, Wanda. She was another one.
And it's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
So happy birthday.
Definitely an honor. Mike Woodbury, who's normally working this night because he's works in retail.
On vacay.
He's on vacation. So Mike, this is a day for you. Thank you for all you do, your friendship, as long as we've known each other, the fun times. And so
yeah, we got to get back to Disneyland soon.
He's our Spotlight Super Explorer of the week. So welcome. And I think I said you guys if you're creators, please put them in the chat and check the channels out. I don't know if we said hello to the Tyler show. I know I saw you in there. We did. Okay, great. Thank you. And it's so cool because like Fisher Fun Adventures, they do so much for other channels where you can join their page where you can post your videos. The Tyler show also has been doing that, and they're also recognizing 15 YouTubers that you might not be aware of. So there's so many channels out there that really support other channels, and it's great to see that support. That's what we believe in. We believe giving out what you get, and so we've been helped by so many of you guys out there. So we want to pay that forward. All right.
So now we're on our number 3.
Yeah.
We haven't gone yet.
Yeah, and we're coming up to about the top of the hour. So
yeah. We're good.
So maybe do one more thing after this. Okay. So Greg.
So I'm just going to get right to it, and I'm going to say just the rides in general, just going to have fun riding. Probably most missing Space Mountain and Thunder Mountain. Those are like 2 of our really favorite rides there. And I'll also throw in Haunted Mansion because I love that ride too. But those are like the 3 main big ones that I really have to do. But just especially Space Mountain, there's nothing like that ride around. So I think that's our favorite ride there is Space Mountain. But just we don't go on every ride like Splash Mountain. We don't go on that all the time, especially if it's too cold. So when we do go on it, it's like it's a whole new ride because we don't remember half the stuff that's in there. So until we go on it. So but
your Space Mountain as dark as our Space Mountain?
Yeah. It's not darker.
Yeah, it's enclosed. Jim, you can answer that too, right?
I believe it's equally as dark. Yeah, I don't know if I noticed anything different.
It's a different feel to the ride. It's in a smaller area than what the Space Mountain is in Magic Kingdom.
I just remember seeing like stuff on the side and like astronauts and like keyboard things and lights flickering, and you don't see all that really in ours. That's why I think ours is a little more darker because you don't have all those lights and stuff.
Sometimes you'll get hit in the face with like when people throw up. You hit him.
Well, that happened to you. I'm sorry. That's why you duck and cover. But yeah, the ride's for me.
I hear the ride at Disneyland is worse when the lights are on when it's off because it's frightening. It's in such a little
like the track is right above you.
When they tell you to keep your hands and arms inside the rocket, they're not kidding.
You can't raise them above your head?
No,
not
really?
Once you're out of the black.
It's really tight ride.
Wow.
Yep. And I don't even like to raise my hands all the way up on Thunder Mountain because I'm so tall. I'm like this, and then Derick is like this, and I'm like this because I see how close the ceiling is. I'm like, I'm gonna lose my hands if I have it too high up.
Greg's always insane. He's like,
Ride's really tall too. There's no surprise don't get decapitated.
Wow, thank you, Charlie.
all right.
Like, hey, you like that? And his head's gone. It's like, oh.
Wow, this went morbid really fast.
Some of the since we've talked about some of the attractions, I'm gonna say some of the ones I like. Some of it is for the smells because the smells are really big. But Pirates, I think we've all mentioned how the water smells uniquely different than in Disney parks than they do in other parks. But Pirates of the Caribbean, that attraction, the first images is the smell of it as you're walking through the queue, getting ready to board the boat. So that definitely Space Mountain. Then we go over to the Disney California Adventures, the Incredicoaster, which is such a rush now since they've changed it from California
Jim
Screamin'.
loves that ride.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Radiator Springs, which is such a unique ride. I really hope
It's
Walt
better
Disney
than
World never gets Cars Land.
It's better than
I want to
Test
keep
Track.
it in California for the uniqueness of it, but it's a really fun experience. And then for a classic ride, I really like Alice in Wonderland. That's one of my favorite Disney rides.
I like that
have
one
to go
too.
on.
And Test Track has its own little uniqueness and everything.
Oh, I love Test Track.
But I like Cars Land, I think, because you're more immersed into the movie. So
yeah. All right. So we'll go around one last time. Jim, one final thing that you are missing?
You had mentioned just missing the parks in general, but I'll try to focus in on a park. A little while ago, I reevaluated my favorite park rankings. It was always Epcot, but lately Epcot has been a mess because of all the construction they had been doing. The whole front of the park, Future World, is just a series of walls and fences. And I realized, my current favorite park is Hollywood Studios. It is now, with the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, it is now a complete park. You've got Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge over there as well. The classic Hollywood Studios rides, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster. Tower of Terror is one of my favorites. But what I miss is just walking down Sunset Boulevard with the shops, and you've got the Tower of Terror at the end of the street, and the vintage, the music from the 30s and 40s pumping through the speakers. It's awesome. And I love being on Sunset Boulevard. And during Christmas, forget it. Nothing better.
Sunset at Sunset Boulevard is awesome.
There you go. So yeah, I miss taking that turn off of Hollywood Boulevard onto Sunset Boulevard and seeing the Tower of Terror and hearing the music. I can't wait to do that again.
Real quick, because I know some people are going to be leaving to go over to the ship show or for this and that. But if you do go over there, let them know that you are sent.
We
by
sent them.
Big
We
and
sent
Little
you.
Explorer. So those of you who had joined us, thank you so much. We really appreciate you joining us today. We hope you enjoyed and reminisce what we miss about Disney parks. All right, so Ben, we are heading over to you.
I really miss the shopping. My credit card always gets a workout at Disneyland. It's sad, but
That swiping you gotta do.
no, I love looking at I go so rarely anymore that every time I do go, there's usually something new that I'm not getting. Hey Juan, welcome. But I also miss cooling off on a hot summer day in California Adventure. In Hollywoodland, they have the animation courtyard that we just sit and watch all kinds of animation clips on the multiple screens all the way around the room. But the room's got to be about 20 to 25 stories or 25 feet tall at least. No, it's got to be a lot taller than that. But it's a huge room. And they run all kinds of classic animation. It's really, really cool. But I do not have an Amex, Richard.
Where is that at?
My Visa card.
Yeah.
The animation courtyard at Hollywoodland.
Oh yeah.
Those are the couple things that I really do miss.
That's an awesome place. I wish they had more chairs, but I can see why they don't, because then people wouldn't want to leave from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's fun just to sit on the carpet if you can get down there, and then some people can't get back up.
Spoken as someone who has experience with that.
No. Just know that there are people out there that can't get back up. Like, I need a crane.
All right, Charlie.
Yeah, mine's kind of matching up with what Gregory said. I miss the classic rides at the moment. It's like stuff like Haunted Mansion, the People Mover, Carousel of Progress, even Pirates, the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. That's pretty much the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse is probably the first ride or not a ride. It's a walk through the treehouse. It's probably the first thing we do every trip because we start off to the left, and that's the first attraction in Adventureland, and then Tom Sawyer's Island. I'm missing that too. It's all the classic stuff. I guess when you don't get to go very often. We go once a year, and you get. I guess it's nostalgia. I guess you want to go to be immersed in the atmosphere of the ride, and those are very immersive rides. It's not like just you're outside on a roller coaster where you're outside anyways if you're in the park, but these are immersive, like you're going into Haunted Mansion, you're going, the People Mover, like Jim said, brings you to other rides, and it's more immersive. And Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse has always been a favorite of mine. Just I don't know, it brings you back to being a kid and wanting to have a treehouse in your backyard, I guess. And we used to have a pretty cool tree houses. Me and my older brother used to make them, and we had some pretty cool tree houses in our childhood. So maybe that's why. But yeah, so I'm missing the classic rides.
I think you would like the Tarzan treehouse in Disneyland.
That's pretty cool.
We used to have a treehouse that had multiple levels and multiple between different trees, and we used to have a zip line from one to the other. That's how freaking awesome it was.
That's cool.
Nice.
But it was built in an old man's orchard, and he made us take it down.
Oh,
we should have built it on our own property, but we didn't.
That probably would have been better. All right, Greg, what your last thing?
So mine would have to be the shows, the fireworks, the parades, all of the magical stuff that happens at nighttime, but probably ending with the fireworks show because I love fireworks. And I try to get my popcorn from my Disneyland popcorn for the fireworks show specifically at night, and I go on my little hunt to see the smallest line for popcorn and the freshest popcorn because I don't want it from just sitting there all day and stuff. So if I see one that's popping up fresh popcorn, I usually go to that one. And there's just nothing like having it because I know Walt Disney loved his popcorn when he was at the park. So just to be able to have that and watch the show, it's pretty cool. And you can watch the fireworks from many different points of view, like different parts of the park. So we've done a couple different areas, and you get different experiences. That probably say the parades and the fireworks and the shows.
And the cool thing about that, even if you don't decide to sit somewhere and watch them as you're going from one area, because that's a good time to really hit rides that might not be that you can't get to during the day when it's busy. So it's good to go to certain ones, and you can still experience seeing them up in the sky. But
if you want to watch the whole thing, then there's certain places that are really fun to watch it from.
Disneyland at night is awesome because it's cooler. You have the lights. Everything it's a different environment when the lights are on at night.
A whole new atmosphere. Yes. Everything comes to life for nighttime with all the lights and everything. Although sometimes it does make it a little hard to get through crowds because there's some dark areas where you're walking through people trying not to run them over and stuff.
And to me, that's when Main Street really comes alive at night when it's really lit up. So that's cool. But I would say, in addition to that, the train. I love the train. If I don't, usually there's one thing I have to do on every visit is to go on the train. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we don't. And I realize, oh man, we didn't get a chance to go on the train.
Twisting the knife.
But it's really cool to just knowing Disney's love for trains, I have a huge love for trains, and it's a fun thing to do.
With the trains, I also like the smell on the trains when you go through the prehistoric area. There is a specific
primeval
primeval area. There's a specific smell that it has in there, and it's
Dino duty.
it's no.
A Source burger?
It's like an old classic type smell. I don't know how to explain it, but it's an old attraction. It's been there for many, many, many years, but it just has a distinct smell. And I'm sure Ben might, if he thinks about it, he'll probably know what I'm talking about when you're going through on the train. You just smell it. I don't know what it is, but it smells good.
He also likes the smell of the.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Put me on my own little branch.
I get it.
Greg in the corner looking at the thing.
Up. Oh, yes. That's not a book,
It says it's not vintage.
There is a smell in that area that it smells classic, and I don't know. It's just
right.
It's just no.
It smells like an old lady.
It's just distinct. Stop it! You're making it sound gross.
On a Sunday.
If you're smelling ladies on a Sunday afternoon, then you have issues.
All right.
And on that note,
yes. On that note, your favorite bathroom? You're just kidding.
What is your favorite bathroom? I think everybody wants to know which one you use that you think is the best or cleanest or whatever.
You think everybody wants to know that?
Yeah, they do.
Well,
let's hear it.
People want to know because
So
he talks about it enough.
Probably for uniqueness, I would say the Alice in Wonderland the one by Alice in Wonderland. That's
I could
pretty
see
cool.
that actually.
And then I would say for ease of out of the way at Disneyland, it would be the one over there by Autopia. That one bathroom that's over there. Usually it's pretty clean. And then at California Adventure, it's the one that's over there by the Little Mermaid, and it's going towards the water mill. There's one restroom there that has tons of stalls.
Oh yeah.
Those are.
When does the book come out? Derek's Book of Bathrooms.
That always seems like it has a lot of traffic going through there, though.
there's already a website for the happiest potties on earth.
Really?
There is.
Oh, man, really?
Yes. So those, yeah, and I would tell you there's one not to go to. But we'll save
Mike
that for
said
another
not
day.
everybody wants to know. I'm sure Mike has his own list too. There's one outside of the park between.
There's two.
Well, the one between.
Put up the
right up-
comment that Juan left.
Huh?
No, the Tiki one is horrendous.
The one that's on the left side of the entrance to California Adventures,
That's
where
the
the
better
lockers
one.
are and stuff. Though that's a nice one because there's hardly anyone in there, and
But
it's
the
quiet.
one on the Disneyland side, which is on the left side of Disneyland, that one's the horrendous to go
Don't
into.
go there.
No, don't go on that one.
No, I mean don't go there. I have that story that I could tell, but I won't because it's not appropriate.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed top 5 bathrooms in Disneyland. And no, thank you guys for joining us. It was fun to kind of reminisce a little bit of what Disneyland is and what we miss. And looking forward to when it comes back, because it will come back. Just we're not sure exactly when. But let's go around the horn, and Jim, what you have coming up, maybe just released, but if you want to talk about your channel for a little bit.
Sure, thank you. I do a live stream every Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern, so I'll continue to be doing that. I have a 360-degree tour through Animal Kingdom I'll be releasing in the coming weeks. I will be releasing, I think, tomorrow or Friday, another Disney World picture quiz, which I do about once a month. And then today, my family and I, we were looking for something safe to do outside the home. So we found a drive-through safari in Kissimmee. It's called Wild Florida. So you stay in your car, you don't contact anybody. It was super busy there today because I think that county, Osceola County, is or Orange County, or maybe both. I think they might be starting their shelter in place or whatever they're calling it soon. But anyway, so we pulled in, and one of the employees said, "We've seen over 2,000 cars here today."
Wow.
One of our biggest days ever. Anyway, so I took my 360-degree camera and we stuck it through the sunroof of the car. I don't know how it's going to look. I haven't seen it yet, but
I was going to ask if you videotaped it because I would like to see that.
yeah, I did. So I'll get that on soon too. I don't know if we were close enough to the animals. Some were closer than others. I did see some emus, oddly enough. I'm not kidding. And they were delicious.
Did they have legs?
No, yeah.
Crutches?
They were just sitting on the ground. They didn't have legs. They were weird. But they had
Wrong.
Giraffes and zebras and crocodiles and Watusis and I started making up names because that's here. Hang on here.
The heck, the
Here it is.
That's a dance.
This is what they handed to us. It's a scavenger hunt of all the things that you can find, and
That looks fun.
it
much was
was
that?
it was fun. It actually was 50% off today, so it was $15 for adults and $10 for kids. See Watusi?
Watusi. Oh.
Wow. No wonder it was so
Yeah, that's
crowded.
right, yeah.
It's
Good
the
deal.
one. Do they have these in the
Safari. right?
safari at
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom? Yeah, with the humongous horns.
Yeah. They do.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll get that out there soon as well. So thank you. Yeah, that's what I have going on.
See, Juan is
Very
corroborating the
fun.
turkey leg story.
What's that?
What was that?
I said Juan is corroborating the bird emus
Yeah,
that
that's
are used for the turkey legs.
that can't possibly be true. The numbers just don't add up.
I just heard it. I don't think it would be
I
true.
know.
Yeah,
I've heard
right.
that rumor as well.
All right, Ben, let's go over to you.
Okay, I will be, if I can finish my edit tonight, I will be dropping a new episode of Life with Ben, episode number 43 in the morning, where I do the final challenge in a series of my chicken sandwich challenge. I know Gregory likes the way I say that.
That's the way he says chicken sandwich.
But Richard of the Orlando Guy, he was gracious enough to help me with a couple of graphics that I'll be using in the episode. But that should post tomorrow morning, 10 Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Thank you, Richard.
Awesome. Very good. And then Charlie.
We have a vlog coming out Friday that's going to be we took a walk in the park outside. There were more people than we thought were going to be in the park. We came across during our walk, people were leaving painted rocks along the pathways, the trails, and we found some that were really cool looking. So we decided to bring home some rocks and wash them up and paint some ourselves. So we're going to put them back in the park. But that video is coming out Friday. And then we also have Stacy still working on the Epcot Challenge video. Again, this has been very, very challenging for her. It's been so many videos trying to coordinate into one or two vlogs. So it's been a challenge for her. And I think we just have to make an opening for it, and then she can finish it up. And then other than that, we've been trying to get through the pizza crawl challenge, which they have in our city. They have 13 places that get involved in the pizza crawl. It's been very, very hard since now everything is all just takeout. Where last year we did it. We ate in and we did the videos right there after getting the pizza. And we can't do that this time. So we either have to start eating in the car or bring them home, which wouldn't be fair because some are 3 minutes away, some are 15 minutes away. So it wouldn't be fair to judge something that's been congealing for 15 minutes in a car. You know what I'm saying? So
Eating pizza in the car, I never.
yeah, I know. But the thing is,
That's hand sanitizer.
Stacy eats her pizza with a knife and a fork. So
Oh my gosh, so does he, and it's so hilarious.
so that must make it tough in the car. So, anyways, so we're working on those, and then obviously our Wednesday night shows. And
Each slice comes with a handle, right?
It's made to use your hands.
I don't want my
Just
hands
make
all-
sure your hands are clean and washed and sanitized.
I don't like that feeling with them being.
yes, and Avery is actually doing it with us this year too. So he's been he eats it with his hand. He doesn't need a knife and a fork. So so we're trying to, but we've only been through 2 so far. See how we get if we get any
He's
further.
not alone.
You rock,
See?
Derek.
You
Greg,
music
like,
together.
we had,
Forming
we
a
had-
support group.
last night we had pizza, and I have my little dinner table, and I'm cutting, and all of a sudden I hear Greg laughing at me, and he just, because I'm just.
Just the way that you look when you're doing it.
All right. For us, Greg, what do we have going on? Do you know what we have going on?
Wow. So, well, you keep me in the dark a lot with it, but no. We have on Saturday, we're going to be part of a big cruise YouTube marathon type thing all day. So different channels have their own segments, which are an hour long. And ours, I think, at 7.
It's going to
our
be normal
time.
time, so it's going to be
5.
8 o'clock Eastern.
5 our time.
Yep.
So we're just going to be on for an hour talking about whatever we want. And then at the end,
Actually, we already know what we're doing.
Okay. Well, you haven't told me it. So at the end, you introduce the next channel that's going to start, and then they come on. And it's an all-day thing. It was somebody's idea just to give people something to do, while they're going to wild quarantine away and everything. So
Blaine 2007 is in the chat area here. He's the one that orchestrated this. And it's a lot of the cruising channels. Our focus, I think we're going to go with it, is
but we will have Disney people on our
That's the
show
plan.
too.
so we have. We can only take one vacation a year. Are you going to go to the Disney parks?
That's the scenario.
You're going to go to the on a Disney cruise. So we have a fun thing, like both sides are going to sell it to find out which one do you think you should go on. So
That's kind of like what we did with the whole brawl thing.
yeah,
that we did, like
it
with
won't be a
Jim
cruise wars. It's just going to be
and-
more of a
yeah.
friendly thing, and to try to see who's putting on a better selling thing. So that's kind of the thing that we're going to do. So it gives a chance for the cruising community to be introduced to some cruising channel or some Disney channels. So it should be fun. And then we are still working on, I haven't started the next vlog because of everything else we have going on with these other projects and live shows. I'm still working 5 days a week out of the house. Greg's working in the house. So we're fortunate enough for both of us working, but that still doesn't mean I have a whole lot of time like some others people have. So I didn't even start the latest vlog, but we are going to be doing one for St. John's Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick, Canada on the NCL Escape. So that one will be coming out probably next week is when I'll have a chance to finish that one. So a lot of stuff in the works.
We did also actually manage to get our panorama cruise. It was lowered in price. So because of everything, I guess that's going on, people are seeing prices slowly lower for things. So
It lowered it about $180.
we'll see how much lower it can go. How low can you go?
Yeah, the one thing is we had $50 stateroom credit and it was taken away. So we really saved $130. But that's still $130.
That's
The
more
cruise
than the
is less
stateroom
expensive.
credit, though, isn't it? Yeah.
What, 180? So yeah, so we still saved in the long run. So
Maybe our Symphony of the Seas cruise will go down at some point too.
she's checking it. She sent me a text actually while we were live and said that they were closed. NCL, our other cruise, only went down $18, but we would have to spend $148 to get that cost. And I said that's fine. But
And
Charlie, you
well-
have a question? Charlie?
Oh no, I just wanted to thank you guys for having me on, but I also wanted to, if anybody in the chat hasn't subscribed to Jimbo yet, he's 10 away from 900.
Wow.
Oh,
Yes.
Thanks,
Get him
Charlie.
over the hump.
Nice.
all you guys on,
Look at that.
if someone hasn't subscribed to you, then
Please
definitely do that.
subscribe. I was gonna say Royal Caribbean has just extended their quarantine or lack of working, whatever they want to call it, to the beginning or the middle of April. So they're not going to be working at least for that amount of time so far.
All right, guys. I think that's about it for us. Do you guys want to say like a final thing from your channels, like your farewell, Jim?
No.
Wow.
Ben,
Adventure is out there.
Charlie.
Don't forget to do your duty, and it's a big duty.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, and as we end our show, I'm Derick.
I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
We are just getting started.
Have a great
Have
night,
a good
everyone.
night. Stay healthy out there.
Be safe. Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Bye.